Hey everybody, this is Nuno with Invictus Endurance, and wanted to come back to our mobility tools / recovery / keep you healthy so you can keep running. So we're going to address the adductors today. We'll start with something as simple as the barbell. The barbell will apply as much pressure as you can handle. I think the barbell is probably the most uncomfortable, especially if you haven't done this before. Again, I'm starting right by the knee with my VMO. The VMO attaches at the knee, that big thick muscle that we like. That's the reason why we wear short shorts and why we do CrossFit. But ideally what you want to do is just kind of roll the barbell on your adductors there, starting with the VMO. And you could go as high as you want in terms of all the way up to your groin area. Want to be careful too, kind of your privates, but this is a nice little recovery tool, especially if you're doing quite a bit of running. More than likely your adductors are working pretty hard. You can see I'm starting to tense a little bit, so being a little bit more gentle as I get into these little tight areas and applying as much pressure as I can handle. As you can tell, this is like highly unpleasant, but ideally I like to spend about 30 seconds in a spot that's about 2 to 3 inches. So just rolling that spot out, you can tell like this is probably the area that I need to spend the most time, because that's the area that was like tightest. So I could do that with the barbell. Again, that's probably the most unpleasant, but I could also use a foam roller. I actually really like using a foam roller for this, and people usually have a hard time with this, so I'll try to demonstrate it. So as I get on the foam roller, again, I'm gonna start with that VMO, and you can see my knees in flexion at about a 90-degree angle. And then what I'll do is I'll start to roll. You can tell my heel is up off the ground, and then I'll just start rolling an area that's about 2 to 3 inches, spend about 30 seconds, and then I move up a little bit. Again, 2 to 3 inch area, about 30 seconds, and then move up all the way up until I get into my groin area. 2 to 3 inches for about 30 seconds. And you can go all the way to where the adductors connect to the groin area. So again, foam roll is ideal. You could also use a yoga tune-up ball. This is the smaller version. This is like the size of softball. Same thing. I like to get the most use out of probably the barbell or the foam roller for the adductors, but you could also use the softball or yoga tune-up ball to do the same thing. I'd say try to add this into your weekly routine, either after your runs or during your rest days, to help you recover so you can get back on the road and stay injury-free. That's your adductors.